Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Ashley and I just had a baby about 3.5 months ago, and I've been doing videos on my pregnancy journey and now my motherhood journey. Right now my baby's asleep in the other room. I'm very close to him so I can hear him if something happens, and I'll go ahead and dart out. So forgive me if I have to leave mid-video. But I wanted to quickly talk to you guys about how I get my baby to sleep through the night. Crazy, right? Not really. So, a lot of information is just tossed at you when you're a new mom. All this advice, YouTube videos, which I'm doing now, Google, doctors, midwives, your own parents are giving you advice. I just want to tell you, at the end of the day, you in your heart know what's best for your baby. You do. Whether you think it now or not, you do. You know what's best. You know what works, what doesn't work. And you are the only person who is with your baby all the time. So even though your parents have been there, done that, your midwives and doctors have been there, done that, they have been there and done that with their baby, not your baby. So I just want to start off by saying you're doing an amazing job by A, doing your own research, and B, going with your gut instinct. I know it's hard because you have all this conflicting information. Just go with your gut at the end of the day. Even what I'm telling you may be great advice, but does it work for your baby? We'll see. I'm just telling you what works for my baby and for our family. So, what gets our baby to sleep through the night? I just want to start off by saying that since birth, my baby Zethus, has had a very severe spitting up problem. Not just a little dribble down the cheek, but throwing up ounces of milk. Like, I started off breastfeeding exclusively, and he would throw up everything that he ate all over me. So then I started going crazy, like, should I change up my diet? What's going on? All this stuff. And then my milk supply dropped. And I don't know if that's because I wasn't pumping enough, but I personally was not going to go crazy pumping every 3 hours. That's just me. I cherish my sleep. Every new mom knows that sleep is far in between all your tasks and everything you have to do. A little background on me: my boyfriend works 13-hour days. He works an hour from home, so it takes him an hour to get to and from work. I am gladly responsible. I wouldn't want him to do any chores because he's the provider of the household. I do all the chores. I cook dinner, laundry, cleaning, walking the dogs, grocery shopping, doctor's appointments. All of that is my responsibility. So pumping every 3 hours, I'm sorry, was not an option for me. So my milk supply dropped, and I was using formula to kind of supplement while I got my supply back up. I've never stopped pumping, I just don't pump as much. So I pump for 20-minute sessions 3 times a day now. One when I wake up, one in the middle of the day, and one before I go to sleep. My baby was spitting up all of the formula on top of the breast milk. And anyone who's had a reflux problem as an adult, or even think back to when you party too hard and you're throwing up, or when you're sick, and you're throwing up. It's uncomfortable. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's painful, but it's not comfortable. And imagine your baby throwing up. For example, I would feed him, not as a newborn, 4 ounces, but now I feed him 4 ounces and he would spit up 2 of those ounces. That's 2 ounces of breast milk wasted. So, I did a review video on, I finally found a formula that worked. Similac Spit Up. Then I'm going to make a whole other video on this, but in short, I said, well, what can I add to my breast milk that is good? Because for some reason he keeps this down. Well, this has something in it called rice starch, which is different than rice cereal, but I consulted with my pediatrician. At the end of the day, she agreed, but I'm gonna go with my gut instinct. I bought a all organic Earth's Best rice cereal. Now he has no problem keeping down my breast milk at all. He may spit up here or there, but it's just a dribble down his cheek. It's nothing like before. In the middle of the night, you would hear him throw up, and I sleep him in a baby's nest, like a DockATot, and I put down a towel, and the towel would be drenched when he'd wake up in the morning. Now it's dry. But so aside from all the feeding, I've got his feedings under control. I've got his reflux. I don't even know if I want to call it a reflux, but let's just say reflux. His reflux under control. Now I had to master how to get him to sleep through the night because mom was tired. So I was doing baths in the morning when I woke up, and I changed that immediately to doing baths at night. I don't do baths every day. I do baths every other day. I would go crazy doing them every day. They're quick. It's not that it takes time. It's just, like I said, I'm tired by the end of the day. I've done everything in the house that needs to be done, handled everything. I don't want to give a bath every single day. So I give a bath every other day, which really relaxes him. You know, I let him, we take our time. I don't let him like get overly excited in the bath, but I let him, you know, kick around and get out some of his energy. I start the bath around 9 and we're there till about 9:15. I take him out, I dry him, I rub coconut oil all over him, I comb his hair, I get him ready for bed. I make him a nice, kind of bigger bottle. During the day he drinks 4 ounces at a time. I'll make him a 6-ounce bottle with some of that rice cereal. And I let him drink it. And we keep it very quiet in the room. I close the blinds. I make sure that it's dark so that he knows that, okay, this is time to go to sleep now. I wouldn't say he finishes the bottle, but he gets pretty close. He gets pretty close to finishing the bottle. And I want to say, like last night, he got to sleep about, I would say 10 o'clock p.m. He didn't wake up till 4:30 this morning. That's 6.5 hours. I would say that's a success. That's a win in my book. So I wake up, make him a smaller bottle, just a 4-ounce bottle at this point. 4-ounce bottle, and add some rice cereal to it, and he sleeps for another 3 to 4 hours. So today we got up at 8 a.m. So essentially he's sleeping about 10 hours because that middle of the night feed, it's not like he's wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. He's sleepy. Most of the time he doesn't finish his bottle. He maybe drinks an ounce or 2 ounces and heads right back off to sleep. We feed in the dark. I do prop him upright because he has that reflux, but I don't full on hold him, and I don't even burp him in the middle of the night. And I know that to some people that may be a little crazy, but I don't. I keep him in that relaxed state and try to keep him as asleep or as tired as possible. I'm awake. I listen in case for some reason he's choking or whatever, but I'm awake. I notice when he nods off, and when he nods off, I take the bottle away so that it doesn't get left in his mouth or anything like that. And we go for round 2 of sleep. Let me tell you guys, it's life-changing. It is life-changing. A lot of people say, you know, don't give your baby rice cereal until 4 months or 6 months. I saw 6 months on Google. You know what? If this is what's going to keep my baby's milk down in his tummy and keep him full and keep him from waking up, I'm going to do it. And guess what? I did it. And guess what? It's a success. It's a success. I'm very happy with the results. I mean, mind you, there are a couple days where he gets a little rowdy in the middle of the night, but they're far in between. We are sleeping through the night, guys. We're at 3.5 months and he's sleeping through the night. He was sleeping longer spans of time, around, I want to say 4 weeks, but it went from like feeding every 3 hours to feeding every 4 to 5 hours. Now he goes almost 6 to 7 hours without waking up, has a short feed in the middle of the night, goes right back to sleep for another 3 to 4 hours. I mean, like, hello? Can anyone complain? Because I can't. I'm happy. So yeah, that's how we do it. I did forget to mention that we give baths every other night, right? The nights that he doesn't get a bath, I let him, he has this little toy set where you can like lay on his back and he like hits the toys with his hands. I let him play with those for a little bit to kind of wear himself out. So the same amount of time that he's in the bathtub is what I would keep him playing with his toys. So if he takes 15-minute baths, normally it's 15 minutes, I let him play with his toys for 15 minutes just to wear himself out and get all that out. Then we do the same thing. Take him in the room, coconut oil, and the reason I do that is because I kind of massage it into his skin, calm him down, put on his pajamas, get him in bed, close the blinds, do the whole routine. So that's how we do it, guys. We did it. I'm there, and I will give you an update here in a couple weeks or a couple months and let you know if we're still going strong. But again, go with your gut feeling. I know there's a ton of information on the internet, your doctors, parents, midwives, all this. Go with your gut. You know what's best, really. That's what I did, and let me tell you, I couldn't have done a better job. So, all right, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop a comment if you have any questions. I would gladly love to answer any questions that you have. Thanks for tuning in.